Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is Fadhila. I'm from English Language Education Department and my student number is 2019 0810132. And in here, I would like to present my annotated bibliography. And the topic is the correlation of personality traits and learning strategy in second language learning. The outline is divided into two parts. Number one is research question. Is there a relationship between personality traits and language learning strategies when learning a second language? And the aims. The aims is to getting know the relationship between personality traits and language learning strategies in second language learning. But before we get into the main part, I would like to tell you a little explanation about the function of language learning strategies and the five basic personality traits. So the function of language learning strategies is to define the approach learners adopt in learning a second language, and the five basic of personality traits is ocean. And the ocean is openness to experience, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. This article is use of the metacognitive English language learning strategies based on personality trait and is written by Fadhila SH 2012. The aim of the study is to determine the association between personality feature and the use of metacognitive English language learning strategies or MELLS for English as a foreign language learners. The participants in the studies are involved 230 participants who study in university at Iran and the age ranging from 19 to 28. The study are used for instrumental. Number one is adapted inventory for metacognitive English language learning. Number two is TOEFL. Number three is a background questionnaire. And the last one is Neo 5-factor inventory or Neo FFI. These studies use a quantitative method, and the result from the study is to measure between the five personality traits and learning English. The second article is the relationship between personality traits and learning style, a cluster analysis. The aim from the study is to identify the relationship between personality types of college students and their learning style. The participants in the studies are involved for 121 undergraduate students who study in University of Gaziantep. The measuring tools in this study are used the COPE learning style and the Big Five personality traits. The findings of the study show that 32% and 35.6% of people use the assimilating and converging learning style, respectively. According to the finding, the learning style they use in their preferred style, namely independent learning or working style. The third article is personality traits and emotional intelligence as predictor of learning English and math. The aim of this study is to investigate the relationship between personality traits and emotional intelligence in learning English and math. The participants in the studies are involved 110 university students with age ranging 19 to 25. The measuring tools the studies are used the Scott Self-Report, ARI exam, and the NEO FFI inventory. The finding of this study is learning second language is challenging because the learners are asked to speaking in different language from their mother tongue. So in the study, second language teachers are expected to encourage the student to not be afraid when learning second language learning. The third article is the relationship between the Big Five personality traits and language learning strategies. The aim of this study is to search the relationship between the Big Five personality traits and language learning strategies. Based on these studies, the researcher found that the high scores of every type of the Big Five personality traits have a different impact for the individual characteristic. The participants in these studies are involved 149 students in Turkish university, and the participant was aged from 18 to 27. The measuring tool in these studies are Use Strategy Inventory for Language Learning version 7.0 and International Personality Item Pool. The finding of these studies is agreeableness is having the higher score and followed by extraversion, intellect, conscientiousness, and neuroticism or emotional intellect stability. The fifth article is personality traits, learning strategies, and performance. The aim of this study is to analyze the relationship between personality traits, learning strategies, and performance. The participants in these studies are involved the students from junior high school and college students. The total is 789% are contacted in the study. The measuring tools is the participant had to fill out the LIST inventory, and the finding of the study is personality traits provide motivational impulses or blocks for using or not using learning procedure, and hence for improving or decreasing performance. And the last article is correlation between personality traits and language learning strategies among IUS students. The aim of these studies is to measure the ability of 70 students from International University of Sarajevo, and the measuring tools in this study is using the big factors and SILL. The method in these studies are used quantitative and descriptive study. The finding from the research is found that SILL is revealed that the most preferred learning strategies among students was cognitive learning strategy. The major goal of this research was to find out how well IUS students understood the five factors and whether there was a link between personality traits and language learning methodologies. The result of the study revealed a strong link between personality factors and language acquisition methodologies. Conclusion from this presentation is students can also easily determine what learning strategies are suitable for themselves so that it can make it easier for students to learn a second language. Professional course developers will be able to use this knowledge to bring crucial difficulties in language learning directly to students, allowing them to achieve the best learning outcome. Student interest and motivation may be increased if they are aware of their personality trait and the type of technique they use to study the language. I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.